He's picked once or twice, but he's really not that strong, right? And that Ice Blast treatment was part of the reason. So it's similar with Wraith King. Obviously less of a nerf because you're a carry, but you still depend on that ultimate to fight.
Very true. Very true. Yeah, 1 minute now at level 1 for Ice Blast compared to 40 seconds at every level. Definitely a bit of a pain point for him. I'm gonna back Tundra on this one though. You make fair points, but honestly, I just like Visage too much.
Yep, that's the best kind of analysis I could expect.
Visage, fun hero, very fun hero to watch, and I'm eager to see how snappy these new familiars are actually.
So, in my camp, I am not sold on Wraith King, but I don't know if he matters because I think Visage can just carry the game. I particularly love this lane of Visage plus Tide because Tide brings minus armor, so even more buffs Visage.
True. Yeah. No, very true.
Yep. And you're guaranteed at least a win mid because that's what kotl does. So, obviously I'm going for VP.
Okay. It is, by the way.
No. I mean, I saw VP play better last game, to be honest. I think they can elongate this game as well.
By the way,
finish my points. I was just joking. They didn't finish my points.
No, I know, but VP are dodging this matchup. It's GPK mid lane on the TA.
Is it?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Well, because he's mid lane right now. And it's GPK.
So Nightfall's also the mid lane.
Oh, well, not anymore. He's going top. I mean, I think
interesting. I guess you're right.
I think you want to throw because your point was kotl's going to win the mid lane because he's kotl, but not if it's
not
TA.
Against TA.
Yeah.
No, you're right. This is the right choice. Anyway, to the point I was making is that they have some really solid tempo players, which they've kind of outplayed Tundra last game. Wouldn't be surprised if that happened again. They have better team fight as well. And you have 2 carries that are very explosive, or 2 cores that are very explosive compared to a Wraith King that's going to take forever to get online. So it's all in the Visage. I like Visage. I don't think he's that strong yet. I am going for VP.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm slightly now more aversive of back in Tundra because of this GPK mid lane TA.
Very smart.
I think, yeah, it's very smart. This is definitely something that is going to make kotl's life a little bit more difficult, whereas last game GPK kind of had to avoid this matchup after kotl had level 3 specifically eliminate like you called. GPK is going to be able to stand his own a lot better here in this lane.
Yep, and you can also farm jungle at the same level as 9. Obviously that got nerfed a bit with the sideblade spill, but it's fine. You can still farm jungle. Ember could somewhat, but not great.
Yeah, especially because he didn't go full flame guard, right? Because he didn't see the points. More points into the Sleight Fist, which I don't think was a bad thing by any means. But TA with her build, I mean with any build really, because there's kind of only one build on TA unless you take your safe lane and meld level 1. It's going to make for some very, very fast farming in the side camps. 33 is actually gone for Soul Assumption level 1 here. Lots of minus armor for Kingslayer, who already starts with just 1.
Yeah. What's the usual build? I guess on Visage maybe you always used to see the Grave Chill first.
Yep, it was always Grave Chill into a couple null talismans, and then it depends on what you wanted. Sometimes Orchid bots.
And I think Soul Assumption is better for the offlane though, because you want to play aggressively. Who cares if you're attacking the Void Spirit? He has a shield anyway.
I think in this one, it's really good because both of these heroes are relatively low armor. 3 base armor, well, I don't know base, but right now 3 armor at level 2 for the Void Spirit and only the 1 for the Phoenix. So just the 1 value point in Gush here is going to put him down to 0. A couple of right clicks, the Soul Assumption to go through the Resonant Pulse physical block. Yeah, it's really good.
No, Soul Assumption is not. It's magical.
I know.
Oh, right, just to go through. Yeah, no, that's what I mean. That's why I think Soul Assumption is value. I don't think Grave Chill is that great at level 1 here. Or even getting a point until level 4, so...
I could have seen it, though. Double slow, level 1 versus Kingslayer, who went Fire Spirits. Maybe it could have been a kill, too. But I think this is the safer option. And now we have Grave Chill anyway.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good lane. I mean, I guess if you're keeping your distance, who cares? Gravekeeper's Cloak. It's a good lane for them. I think that Tundra has decent lanes, but I really like the solution of GPK mid. We did talk about this, right? The first game, or did we talk about?
We did.
Outside of this.
It might have been outside this stream. I think didn't we see a kotl in our first series as a support or something like that, and then we brought it up and here's a couple of other things you can do against kotl to mitigate it. And TA mid was one of the ideas I had, so we'll see how it works out in practice.
It's the most normal one. I think the best 2 heroes to deal with kotl mid. One actually orthodox, just TA, and the unorthodox to me would be the Timber mid and bring him back. He tanks it nicely, and then he just destroys kotl afterwards because you can just run at him, right? And you rarely get killed with the Illuminate. I'd like to see some team try that out.
Thought gonna stack with that stun. No, he's not. Just a second late, unfortunately, or about half a second late, not even. Bottom. Snaking will be fine. 7 stick charges. This is a very spam-heavy lane, so sticks, yeah, full wand even for Nightfall in this lane is going to make it a little bit difficult for Tundra to find any kills down here, despite how explosive they may be. Basically, they just spam their spells all day long, and that's going to get a lot of regen.
Is 3-3, by the way, going to go for the exact same build he's gone for every game, which is the Helm of the Overlord? Because I guess with
True,
Visage,
yeah, Visage used to be one of the...
used to be his build.
It really did, yeah, no, it did. Good point. I'm so used to seeing Dahak, you know, first item, what is it? He would go Orchid usually, right? Yeah, but I think
it's
offlane...
a very different position.
Exactly, yeah, you're going to want to go for that item. Because
that's why I suggested 9 or Skitter play, you know, because I think I was stuck with the Dahak playstyle, so I guess this hero is mid or carry, right? But
okay.
In this new meta, it does kind of make sense with the Helm of the Overlord as he dies, by the way, or they lose Snaking rather, and 3-3 not going to fight this. Because he has no mana, can't really use the Soul Assumption too effectively here.
Level 2 Soul Assumption, though, is a lot more damage. So Spug is really good with levels. So it's pretty valuable here. Because the damage is the same, but you get more charges. So it's just really strong. Hex top lane here, as they're looking for a kill on the Skitter. He's going to use the Fairy Fire, as well as the stick charges. And Fada's going to be here with an additional stun to keep him safe. I don't think there's any regen here right now, though. So Skitter's going to be forced away from the wave for a while. But luckily, with the wave pushing, he should have no problems finding CS underneath his tower. He's a Wraith King after all.
It's the classic when you're playing a melee carry, just try to get the lane equilibrium as close to the tower as possible, maybe even under tower. It's fine as long as he has some CS here, but he is going to struggle though. The lane is very strong. Mars deals well with Wraith King, and he hasn't even needed to put a point in Bulwark, which shows just how powerful this lane. Double stun always very good.
Yeah, 14 denies by the way here for DM.
That's really good. Yeah, is such a good offlaner. It's kind of crazy. The only reason my team didn't want him in the very beginning is because they said he was lazy, and now he's found a team when apparently he's not lazy, and they're like, wow, he is so good.
Good stun from Fata. Yeah, even blocks Save from getting off a spell. Not like he has got mana for one anyway. And Save actually almost dying to the Skellies. He might go to Fata as well. The Spear first to claim the life of Skitter, as Fata will be able to trade away Save. So solo XP for DM on that kill into Skitter.
Dire's middle tower.
It's so good. That's still a win for DM once again. You know, you kill Skitter, so even if you get a counter kill on the support. And GPK, I mean, I can't believe I'm seeing a kotl with creeps attacking his tower. Richie, what's happening?
Okay, sorry, we're fine.
GPK's found a way to beat this build at 3-3, by the way.
He's got launch charges, he'll be fine.
And the cloak as well, so it's fine. Nightfall though, is he the one that's in trouble now? 3-3 out of Soul Assumption, just need to get in range of Nightfall. Nightfall, careful, there's the Soul Assumption hitting him. He baited it out, he knew it was coming. That was the last bit of mana for 3-3.
Yeah, pretty much.
I bet Nightfall feels really clever.
Yeah, make sure it doesn't get too clever though, because range on Soul Assumption is pretty good. So he's
the cleverer the better.
Yes, the more clever the better. As GPK this time around, compared to 67 CS for 9, which he had very similar to last game, GPK at least keeping pretty close though. And with this DD rune especially, he'll be able to farm a couple of side camps, maybe even this ancient camp. Yeah, I think he is.
Alright, so I mean, the kotl will still fight far, right? You don't actually ever beat him in lane. But the fact that the creep wave touched the tower is the win in itself for GPK. And GPK even getting his own ancient stacks, not as fast as the kotl, but these are more efficient though.
Kingslayer?
Kingslayer, yep.
Creeps don't cancel styles anymore.
Anchor Smash. Well, Kingslayer's too strong.
Too strong, but Arena top lane though is going to fight Skitter. Skitter's struggling.
Right.
Level 4.
Thinking about changing your prediction here, Richie?
To be honest, I didn't really consider this top lane. I didn't think DM was going to pop off. I mean, Visage as well is only level 4, so we're really struggling to find any XP. 33, now he's going to show. That's going to be a decent amount of damage onto Save here. Another Soul Assumption ready to go in a second, but he's going to be well without range, thanks to the Spear of DM. A-okay. No, I'm still gonna go. I'm still gonna go Tundra. I think we still have a very, very explosive game here as soon as 33 hits level 6. Bird's not too great versus the Mars either. He can actually burst them relatively easily. So maybe I should pay more attention to this Mars. But Visage fun. Visage fun hero. So I'll hold out hope for him for now.
I mean, I don't think the game is lost by any means, right? I just think the VP's done a really good job of dealing with some of the early game threats. We'll see how they respond though in the mid game as Nightfall. Now maybe he's getting too clever. Here comes 9. That Astral Step counts as movement, so he's just super slow now. Has one more Astral Step to simulate.
Nice.
I think Nightfall might have just wanted to play Voice Spirit the whole time. It's like, oh, yo, I'm gonna bait this, gonna be mid. I just love this hero secretly. I watched RTZ play that one stream.
Yeah, he sees Amar taken to the off lane. He says, I bet I could play it safe lane as well. And I wonder what he's gonna build. Do you think it'll be like the Mage Slayer build for him here?
I'd love that actually, especially against the kotl. I think it's super good.
Yeah.
But I think you're carrying still TA, right? You play as if you're mid. Oh, 3-3 against the wall. 3-3's out of those Gatekeeper charges, and the Earth Spike will set up for his kill. 9 comes in. They do have the Solar Bind. DM's the target. Kingslayer standing in between, hoping he can distract the kotl. Me. And DM actually gets away in time. Kingslayer did have to waste a lot of time distracting him though, so he's gonna die for this. Unless DM coming to save his support. True camaraderie? Useless.
Dies to right clicks of kotl. Of course, with 3 null talismans, actually pretty respectable damage. Ooh, he's gonna be able to TP away.
Look how much he had to do though. This is what proves in Dota you shouldn't help your teammates.
Also good damage, good tower damage down bottom with the first wagon off from Nightfall. Takes that tower to just above half HP. Bad at all. GPK as well, continuing to farm very decently. Of course, he's not going to match the farm of a kotl even as a TA, thanks to these nerfs. Snake King, I'm not sure if he wants to be here any longer though. Yep, he is the most likely going to die, but what can Tundra get out from exchange? Actually, he's going to stay alive. Pardon me, GPK tanking through it quite nicely. Refraction's about to expire, however, is now Snake King in trouble. Should die here, and in fact that last Melt Strike will put him down. 9 continuing to fight as GPK, one other stack of the refractions here, finds himself actually being cleared by the creep wave. Fata though unable to find the stun there off the spill. Good damage regardless, but just a 1-for-1 trade there. And now we've got the familiars ready to go for 33.
Yeah. That's the start. 33's dominance in the lane.
He's going Orchid.
He is? Yeah, he's not going to go for the helm. Okay. So same build as the Hawk that we were talking about, huh?
Yeah. They'll, actually I'm trying to remember because there used to be a stage, remember when Visage Birds had the really weird thing where they would do like 60 damage on their first auto attack, and on the second they would do like 30 and then like 10 and then 5 each, but they attacked like super quickly. Now they just do...
They did it for a long time.
Yeah. Well, they haven't done that for a while. It's been a...
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Oh.
Visage? 3-3? Oh, I forgot that you're a new person to Dota. 3-3 dies and then save. We'll die with him. I don't think that's that big a deal though. I think 3-3 is the better kill anyway. If Nightfall can get away especially, the familiars are chasing after him. He has one last assimilate. He's going to need to use it to avoid the kotl blast. He uses it to avoid the impale and the blast. Nightfall 2.
Yep, nicely done. 33 was trying to predict his movement there. Of course, the birds have a couple more bonks, but he's going to be okay. Back in the day with those, Veil used to be a really powerful item. Sorry, not Veil. I keep saying Veil. Vlad used to be a very powerful item along with that.
It's getting damage.
Yeah, exactly, right? So I'm not sure if it's all that amazing anymore.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, it was the time when Drow tracks were used, right? Because
exactly.
You give damage to the fast-hitting familiars. Yeah. That was the gimmick of Visage for so long, and they were like, this is crap. This can only be used for like one specific purpose.
Yeah.
And I guess Orchid now, so you can actually be a ganker in the offlane. I kind of get that, but it just feels like he's playing Lycan.
Interesting.
But without the tower push.
I thought he'd be... Well, he's got okay... Not as good as Lycan. I'd compare him...
That's what I mean.
Like, maybe to a Furion, perhaps? Especially with the Orchid build. Ravage up from Snake King. It's not going to stop the Supernova, though. So he gets it off in time. Tundra, just outside of range though of the Supernova, will find themselves a-okay, and the push will continue with now 2 fresh birds. They did lose one earlier here for 33, and the tower will go down.
Dire's structures are fortified.
GPK already has Deso. Oh, what's going on over here? Kingslayer able to avoid 9's Illuminate.
Yeah, we're still pushing mid tower. That's actually first time Desolator by GPK. So going for the old school DA build. No Dragon Lance this time.
Yeah.
Just straight into the Desolator BK or Blink Dagger.
Yep.
And really good timing. Usually we'd say 50 minutes is standard. Not for this TA.
Not for this TA. Yeah. Yeah. The lane.
Oh, he actually bought Dragon Lance. I spoke too soon. I literally caster cursed this build.
Who bought Dragon Lance? TA did?
Oh, never mind. Nope. I just clicked on the bit different hero.
Okay.
I saw the gold go down. I was like, what?
Who's got Dragon Lance then?
Nobody.
Oh, okay.
I clicked on the lion, he had the blink dagger queued. I'm like, oh, 500 gold. It was exactly 1900 gold. And so I thought, oh, well, it must have been Dragonlance. I just confirmed.
So that blink dagger is on the way now for GPK. I think this is actually a pretty smart way of playing this game because DM as well is about to have his own blink dagger. We'll be pretty far from Lions, sure. But Kingslayer, of course, doesn't need a blink. He can just Icarus dive on in. And then, of course, Nightfall with the Astral Steps as well can close the gap. So very mobile lineup, and one that will have no problem slicing right through Skitter, slicing through this off-lane Visage, and especially this kotl, right?
GPK. Oh, Fata save with Hex. Saves the guy regardless. Oh.
Yep.
Get confused there for a second, but Dagon just to finish him off. What did you think you're gonna live there? And Nightfall's just playing Yule Scepter Void, so just mid Void. Like I said, win conditions TA, you're just playing him like you're in a different position. No Mage Slayer shenanigans.
Alright, fair enough.
I would've liked that though. I thought it would've been really cool.
I also thought it was a bit of a value item. Supernova.
There's the Supernova, is not gonna survive. Nope. And neither does the time. Poppet's stuck here.
Tempo last time around, now VP is, and Tundra are hoping to try and take this a bit later.
Oh, hell yes.
33. This Orchid's going to be a pretty nice item as well, actually. That's a TA killing item, and actually a Void Spirit killing item. Maybe not Void Spirit because he almost has ghouls, so TA.
She's building Dragonlance now. GPK's like, you know what? This item's too good. Let's go back for it. His timing is so good though, he might be able to have BKB like maybe 2-3 minutes after we leave it. He's farming crazy fast.
Yeah, it's pretty concerning here for sure. And of course, Roshan still dies to TA Melt Strikes. Kind of threw him right like some nice old cake combo.
I do like my cakes.
I know you do.
Yeah.
Like a Tres Leches cake. Well, maybe third Roche is Tres Leches because he drops Aegis Cheese and another surprise item.
That's true. I guess the shards also made the milk, so that's a third milk.
Definitely.
Skitter's gonna die.
Wow. Yeah, but he's got 10 HP. Not even close.
Honestly, Skitter's too good. How do you calculate that? You gotta be pro to figure it out.
It's a freaking pig pull as well. He was just running around hexed up.
He has to go back, wounded. This doesn't look like a king.
What do you mean? Kings don't run around turning into pigs? Active pig out?
No, I mean they do, but like kings usually have gout, right? It's usually the feet that they can't move. It's not usually on the side.
Oh, hold on, GPK.
GPK. Oh, GPK. That one last greedy last hit's gonna reveal his position, but he can fight this. He's fine. Turn the Wraith King into a pig. There we go. Arena Blood, beautiful TM. However, they did lose their Aegis in the backline. TM only take the reincarnation of Skitter, and the Ravage will hit them as well. TM is in trouble. Despite a good arena, that's not the right place to fight, and DM will end up falling here to the kotl. GPK also a bit weak. Running him down, in comes the Phoenix Supernova in the middle of it, but they should be able to break the egg. They should be able to, and they will, just barely. As Fata dies for it, so will Skitter a second time. DM did fight back to be able to fight in this engagement, and we're going to see Tundra retreating in the end, getting what they could out of this. Not bad, but not as much as they wanted.
Mars very good against Visage, as we could see DM basically spending that entire fight with Bulwark active, which is going to drag all those projectiles, the very many projectiles out from the Visage familiars to himself. And he's basically, I mean, it's negligible damage, especially with level 1 familiars. He does not care at all. Really great fight from Tundra. Kind of. I mean, they do get through Aegis. Would have been much worse for them had we had Supernova, but it was just 4 seconds or so off cooldown by the time the arena came through. GPK is still alive on a second life, though. And, well, VP ought to be happy with how that fight went. Whoa, Nightfall.
Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
That was impressive. So they blinding lighted him back into the Illuminate. Nightfall tried to run as fast as possible to Assimilate, but he got nicked by the very end of the Illuminate because it was really well calculated. That was impressive. Very well done by 9. You watch this kotl, you go, maybe kotl's more useful than you think.
Dire's bottom tower.
That's very good. Very good. Anyway. 6k lead for VP, still decent, well now 5k, still okay, mind you. You stopped in the early game lead, but you have fought against the kotl when he's stronger, so it stands to reason you're going to lose a bit of a fight. DM has the blink dagger, they see the opportunity to go for 9, but he is under a tower, so it's a bit too risky, even if Ravage is on cold.
Thoughts on the ward. Oh, they're going to try and get through the familiars. Down they go. They've been cleaved. 200 gold. 33 is going to TP out. He's going to be allowed to leave. Excuse me, Fata, not as lucky, will be cleaved through by GPK.
Nice. So That's a dieback actually on Fata, so kind of valuable. Usually 5 kills don't matter, but we get rid of Nyx for like solid 50 seconds. Wraith King is slowly getting to his mid game as he is closing in on that Radiance. No Midas for him, so he's still really far behind.
Yeah, or Armlet either, right? We used to see a lot of Armlet.
Not even Gloves of Haste, that's how poor he is. No, not
yeah, true. Really, Skidder? No Midas? You don't want that Midas? No. Okay, fair enough.
It scares me.
I
want another Twitter thread like that.
Tundra. Well, I mean, once he gets that online, it's a pretty big item, right? TA can go MKB, but we'll go for the BKB first, which makes a lot of sense here, especially versus a kotl. You're going to want to have that item online. Speaking of kotl, though, definitely a great game here for the E-Blade. For now, just the Ghost Scepter, which should at least allow him to live a little bit longer versus GPK. But it feels like to me, especially with this 25 talent, this game, but almost every single game, TA no longer the hero that would plateau after like 30 minutes and then you'd lose the game after that, right? I feel like Ice Frog's done a really great job at making sure that, you know, that's no longer a thing. Think of Ursa, right? Ursa used to be the same thing. You'd go Mask of Madness, Blink, and then, you know, Basher Abyssal. You'd need to win the game with those items on top of BKB. Not really the case anymore. Skidder, level 2 reincarnation here. It's going to be a 130-second cooldown there. You're going to set up for this second life as well. Out comes the arena into the Supernova. Skidder 100% trying to TP out quite fruitlessly as DM will drop a tip onto him.
That attempt at TP was, kudos for at least trying to do something, but hopeful doesn't even begin to describe that.
I mean, listen, whenever you die, you get another TP scroll for free, right? So, might as well.
Yeah, but it's still on cooldown when you come back, because you're actually so low level that you die as far as as long as supports do, really.
True.
He still hasn't gotten his Radiance, and he's really, really far behind. Remember what I told you about the whole late game thing? I think it stands true. You're elongating the game here for VP. Never a better game to point this out. And GPK is a monster. He got his BKB, so good luck orchiding him. You can't really do that against Nightfall either, especially when he gets Kaya and Sanj. It's impossible. At least you can orchid the Phoenix.
We can orchid the Phoenix. Very true. Very true. Speaking of Phoenix, he's trying to burn Snake King alive, or GPK. Of course he doesn't miss uphill. Why would he? Fanta as well is going to be next to go, as Save will pick him off with the Finger of Death level 1. Alright, VP this time. It's all coming together for them. Doubling the kills and having 10k net worth advantage here over at Tundra.
Yeah. They're playing the faster draft, but not like last game, where they need to do everything right to win. Their draft has so many avenues and so many ways of making it work.
Plus, I feel like it's a bit easier for this draft to make it work, right? TA, tried and true, very good versus a kotl mid, especially. You know, we've got a great team fight combo, arena with Phoenix. It's working pretty nicely.
No, that's what I'm saying, right? Like, you have options to team fight, you have options to split push, actually, because TA can do everything. You have options to actually fight head on, get pick-offs. Everything is in your wheelhouse. You have so many plays to make, and it makes it hard for Tundra to like try to adapt.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, like what does 33 do here? Okay.
Kill him, for example. Oh, GPK got the BKB in time. Ravage too far away. And Fata will die as a result, making the next target, or perhaps instead is 3-3. Save is dying to 3-3 familiars, though. In the end, forcing the BKB. Yeah, but it was a Ravage. He still lost Nyx, so not great for Tundra. At least they didn't lose people there, so...
Well, other than Fata.
Well, people, right? Fata is a support for those.
I
think the issue is if if it is a fast Roshan and we don't have Ravage up for it, there's no hope for Tundra to contest Roshan, let alone maybe stop VP from going high ground.
Oh, it's Ice Frog is on Tundra's side on there.
We shall see. We shall see here what the Frog decides. As 33 and the rest of Tundra is looking to find some opening elsewhere. But yeah, it's not really coming together here this time around for Tundra. But Radiance completed. Radiance completed. So Skitter's got his first item, finally. He's had a tough... Don't get me wrong, he's had a very difficult lane. DM really popped off. But we needed something for him, and they might just kill 9 here.
Oh. No, they also could fight Skidder in the arena. He just walks into it. 9's already dead. However, the Supernova is happening. Skidder is now trying to get out. He regrets his choice to go into this arena. They don't have the TA though, so this shouldn't be a one fight for VP. In comes the Void Spirit, however. There is no Ravage just yet. PM surviving this. They also stun Fata. Yet again, they missed the Spear, however. But they're going for the valuable targets. It's going to be 3-3. They missed the Melt. Doesn't matter because they hit him with a stun, and that's going to be a dead 3-3. I mean, I know you weren't flipping Skitter when you said that. It's just funny because, you know, he finally got his first out in 22 minutes in. I mean,
just to show how difficult, of a game it's been. Unfortunately, I didn't quite catch that on the replays, but did you see how perfect that egg placement was from Kingslayer?
That's very good. It was right on the wall.
It was right on the wall, so even though the familiars were there and do full hits, I want to say, because they're hero creeps or something like that, like Bear, like Spirit Bear, pardon me, because there's a lot of bears in Dota 2. Like the Spirit Bear from Lone Druid, I think they do full hits towards Supernova, but he just couldn't hit him. The arena wall was just absorbing every single attack from the familiars. So really, really great placement there by VP on the arena and most importantly the Supernova. Very nicely done.
Yep, very well done. That was a... You know, when that happens, the only way you can actually hit it is if you BKB. I actually tested it out with Beast Codes, by the way, just so you know, yeah. But it was you can only hit it with BKB or like Rage or certain match community and get between the walls. Some melee heroes can hit it depending on their range. Like I think Monkey King we didn't test, but for the most part, kind of it's like literally pitch perfect placement. But it's also hard to get it right there. Sometimes there's a optical illusion that it seems like it's perfect.
Well, there goes second Roche, Aegis and Shard. They're going to give the Shard to Nightfall.
Shard for Void Spirit.
Aegis for GPK, who almost, and in fact, does have now a full Daedalus on top. Kind of running out of slots here. Wow, we are very farmed for VP.
Yeah, I mean, this kotl doesn't seem like he's vacuum farming the map just because of how well VP's playing. The insane farm for GPK. It's crazy. And they find 3-3, why not? Yeah, rush him. That's what the case is with Cloak. Don't care. Just took it off him. Arena, 3-3's actually outside the arena. He can't walk because he's outside the arena precisely. Ravage you. There's Spike. Killed. No, they steal the Nyx out though. Snaking will die or he will soon die to Nightfall with the last stun. And the Supernova gets used. It's only defensive. It's to kill Fata as well. And they're gonna get 3 kills on the supporting cast while Skitter desperately tries to recover in terms of farm. And he's doing an okay job. He's almost matching the enemy offlane. He's only 10k away from GPK.
Only 10k. He's gonna get there, Avo. He will get there. And there's going to be the full heal out from Kingslayer. So GPK is going to continue pushing. Yeah, really great fight. That was a bit weird. It looked like 33 couldn't leave because he was on top of the wall.
He was outside the arena. He was outside the arena, and the arena blocked it like a fissure essentially. And so he couldn't. He could only leave by going inside the arena. Talk about leaving. 9 wants to leave right now, but he might not leave in one piece.
No.
Maybe 2, maybe 3.
Well, he's going to be skewered, right? So probably in 2. At least, as he's going to be taken down. 33 gets a tip from Nightfall. Maybe he just accidentally fed a couple of familiars. And, oh, well, now he's going to feed 1. He's at least stuns up GPK, but GPK might stick around to farm these familiars up.
GPK with the Dance of Death. Oh, we're not going to catch Fata. There's the Orchid. Okay. That was funny. I love when Nyx gets punished because he tries to get the perfect impale.
The Shard on Visage is very interesting as well. Hold that thought, because Skitter is dying. Oh my goodness, he is dead. That's his first life. PKB on the second life for GPK. Skitter, he is just instantly killed. Okay, wow.
At that point, can we consider that a life? Or, you know, that's a snapshot of his life, really.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he dies the once, his life flashes before his eyes, and then he dies a second time, and only that little bit flashes before his second life.
No, nothing to flash. Yeah, exactly. DM has BKB, but don't have to use it. That's good. At least they kill DM, and in fact, GPK could also be in trouble, but the blinding light doesn't hit him in the right spot, so he gets sent away instead. Wow, lovely Nightfall. It's just walking around, playing with his Void Spirit. He's soon to get the silence. That's going to help him out a lot, especially against the Nyx. And VP keep up the pressure.
It's a good kill onto DM. Unfortunately, it's basically just because VP decide to run onto your high ground. I mean, they weren't there for pushing, right? They did, like, you know, maybe splash damage to the tower on accident. They were there for kills. And DM just gets a little bit caught off guard there. I think he'll be taken down. There's now the double silences, the Ag Scepter for Nightfall on the way on this Void Spirit. Very, very, very farmed.
Are scanning.
33 doesn't have any familiars right now. This is the most sad you'll ever see a Visage without familiars, because he's really not much without his familiars. Doesn't do a whole lot, especially when your mid lane kotl takes all of your farm.
Nightfall. Oh. And the Remnant, he dissimulates away. Nightfall's fine for now. Fata hits him actually with Impale. Nightfall's actually quite tanky. There's a Kyle Suns, and they're able to fight this as well. Supernova in the middle of this fight. You're not breaking this snaking. In fact, they're breaking you instead. There's Spike also the Visage with a little stun for the Lion. 3-3. Nobody's currently hurting him because he's in stone form. There goes the TA. One single melt. Finger dance to make sure he's down. And they wanted to go for the familiars as well, but they decide against it because...
Oh, the
actually, they got one.
No, he just resummoned. They're gonna get the second one as well. Lion's gonna stun it. He's gonna hex it. Yeah, here comes Kingslayer as well. Oh, he just respawned these.
Skitter's angry because he acknowledged that he's less valuable than familiars, and now Skitter's gonna die for this.
Oh no, Skitter.
Oh, yeah, well, maybe not actually. Maybe Skitter's taking. Into the arena. Beautiful Ravage though, and they just killed Nightfall. There's an Impale as well. The 3 safe dives. Nightfall as well. DM finally gets to pin the call against the wall, but the arena ends, and that's going to be TA losing her first life, perhaps her second one as well. DM trying to create more space, hoping to at least kill the kotl. Icarus dive, bombing the kotl, and he will die. So 9 falls, and we're capable of blinking GPK to safety with another beautiful spear by DM. This man single-handedly gave Nightfall or GPK the space he needed. And DM still wants more? No, he's just trying to avoid being caught. Okay.
Yeah. That was...
Is he gonna don't kill the courier? Okay.
Okay. Wow. That was well pretty
done.
good. Yeah, that was
good bait.
That was a really good bait. Unfortunately, Visage respawns, or he buys back. Sorry, and he's like, "Oh, I don't have familiars. I guess I'm just gonna orchid the TA. Sorry. Not bad though. Great Ravage. Great Ravage." So I'm just gonna buy back so we can end. Oh, great voice lines coming through from VP. Very strong voice line game. Let me show that one again. Yeah, nice baits. Nice baits by Skitter. Yeah, he just kind of like runs up there, and then a beautiful Rabbit on a 4. Fata as well. He, not to be outdone, yeah, lands 3 on the Impale to follow suit. 9 even getting plenty of damage in there with a couple of full channel illuminates. Does very nicely there. Unfortunately, he's still picked off towards the end of this fight by Kingslayer. That's bad. 33 did buy back for that one though, so he's no closer to the drums.
These all sound like flame statements. He's no closer to that 1700 gold item.
Yeah.
He's been working for it for a while.
He has been.
At least Skitter was able to participate and get some farm off that, and he actually beat the Mars now. Next step is Void Spirit. Oh, beautiful. Dagon, can they kill the Lion? Oh, safe for the Glimmer Cave. There's Spike, there's Blinding Light him, and that's a soul assumption.
Okay.
Next phase for Fata though, so 5 for 5 as DM. He's getting closer and hits a spear somehow. The Supernova, Skitter has to run away, they have to leave 3-3 behind. The Stormform will give him a bit more space, or more time rather. As they chase after Skitter, they do get him with a God's Rebuke. Grabs his first life with a Spear of Mars ready. Skitter against the tree. Oh, but they don't impale him properly. They need a Yules at least. There's the Yules setting up the Remnant. The creep actually follows the Remnant. It doesn't seem to matter because the Sim Wave will kill him regardless. The Skitter will once again die, despite 3-3 trying to sacrifice himself for his carry.
Yeah, it's going to be Roshan time here relatively soon. Yeah, I mean, this is TA's, of course, post-nerf season. Doesn't really look like it because she's still cleaving from like 800 units away. But I do believe this game is a bit too far gone now for Tundra. I don't think there's any fight that they could take to try and bring this one back. I mean, we're going to have Ravage ready to go here, but we're not going to have any familiars ready to fight with Visage. GPK, by the way, he's level 25, so this is what I was talking about. Now with these +8 refraction instances, that's going to be like a whole second where the familiars need to chew through you, and I just don't think that's going to happen here. Yeah, I think VP are in much too command and middle position. They're going to back up and go Roche for sure. Like, they're not going to, or they're almost going to kill Fata, but they're going to back up and go Roche because they don't want to lose this game. But I don't think, I mean, 27k in 31 minutes is incredible.
Yep. I mean, you're going to play safe because you're VP and you know what you're doing, but at the same time, like, you've still denied the enemy carry completely. kotl, who's very farmed, this farm is for nothing because his damage is not good enough anymore. You're going to play it safe just because you can. There's Roche spawning.
Instant Roche as well. Yep.
So that's Refresher Shard. Honestly, double Supernova is kind of value here because they have so much trouble breaking that out.
They do. Double Supernova, double Refraction with BKB. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can go wrong here, to be honest. Oh, pick up the cheese. Okay, so who have they given Refresher to? They've given it to DM. Double Spear is actually pretty huge here. Doesn't have the shard, but still, it was quite a powerful item here to displace enemies. As well as double Arena, of course, to set up a nice little Venn diagram of death.
Radiant's bottom tower
wow,
is
nice ball.
under attack.
Bata does not even dare to get in range of a mana burn. He knows that he will very likely die to Nightfall if he tried that.
Blast, and once again a beautiful arena with a supernova in the middle.
Okay.
Scared at his first light. They didn't get rid of the Aegis, but Skinner and the refresh immediately. Second supernova, that's a dead Skinner. DPK is okay because he also had 2 lives this time. And he's gonna go for the Visage next. Holding him with a single meld hit.
Dire's top tower.
Wow. Yep.
Void Spirit went in, disintegrate. That's fought dead as well. Tundra are out of options. They have 1 kotl and 1 Titan. They have a Ravage still, but they haven't been able to use it. There's a Dagon used for GPK, who has no BKD, by the way. He's been slowed down. But that was all a bait for 9, who now has got his Ghost Scepter at least, as VP continued to push down these buildings. And they tried to force the tier 4s, because the tier 2's still up down bottom.
Man, Sunray just melts Phoenix, gets rid of those Gravekeeper Cloak stacks just immediately.
Melts Visage immediately.
Yeah. And this is just going to be GG. VP are just going to push down the game. I mean, they've got a Ravage, but oh my goodness.
Even find kotl. Tanking it like a god, but instead he just killed himself as well against the Earth Spike. GG, there you go. Snaking, what a bro. But you learned your lesson. Don't help your teammates.
I'm actually shocked that Tundra were able to get through at least the first light. I didn't think they really had a chance at all. I thought